How we doing, everybody? Um, just coming in here just to touch base with you guys and let you see a couple of different things that's going on. A lot of people in the last year have quit their jobs, and I've heard good stories and I've heard bad stories. I'm always the one telling you guys to step out on faith. And so I'm practicing what I preach. But I hear a lot of people doing it in the wrong way. And I want to make sure that you're not making a mistake. If you plan on quitting your job for whatever reason, welcome everybody. If you plan on quitting your job for any reason, whether it's something that you don't believe in, whatever the reason is, please do me a favor. There are factors to this that I don't think a lot of people understand. And right now, it's trendy to quit your job. It's trendy. Some of it's not even smart. Some people are just quitting because they see everybody else quitting. I've watched this on the news over and over again. People walking out of their jobs and all at the same time, like it's cool. It's not cool. It's not cool. Because I'm going to say, if you got a team of 5 or 10 workers or co-workers that's going to make this thing float, this store or whatever it is, restaurant happen, I promise you, if you got 10 co-workers, all of y'all, it's 10 of y'all on the crew, I guarantee you 4 of those people are just following. And they do not want to be following you. And actually, they probably like their job. They're more scared of what you're going to say about them staying than they are anything else. They're more worried about you. But here's the problem. You're not about to try to help them pay their light bill. You're not about to try to put no food in their kids' mouth. You're not about to try to help them pay their rent. So people is out here because of what they believe in, and I'm not knocking that. Whatever you believe in, that's your business. Whether you want a Band-Aid or not. Let's not talk about that, okay? Whether you want a Band-Aid or not, that's totally up to that's your business. But the thing is this. Before you quit, I'm just going to tell you one thing that I look into, which is sacrifice. You got to understand, if you're standing up for what you believe in, for quitting your job, I don't have anything to say about that, good or bad. That's what you believe in. But I will say this, before you do something like that, this is what you need to think about. You're not the only one quitting. You are not the only one quitting. When you quit your job, your wife quit. Each and every one of your kids quit. Your car quit. Your house quit. In a nutshell, what I'm trying to tell you is, how many people you got depending on you before you make the ultimate decision about what you want. See, I'm saying all of this, and again, before we get into some stupid spot, all right, I want you to understand I'm not making a decision for you one way or the other. I'm not saying what you're doing is wrong or what you believe in is wrong or nothing. I'm just saying the way I was raised and the way I do things, I can only speak for myself. I can't speak for you. Is every move I make, every move my father made, it wasn't just about him. I remember my father going to work with pneumonia. I remember that. With pneumonia, walking pneumonia. My father could have died. My mama begged him to stay home, begged him. And I can remember we had these stairs with these bars on the stairs, in Ohio. You could look, just like on TV, Christmas Story, you look down the steps and you could look through these little wooden bars and look down at my parents talking, arguing. It was a snowstorm outside. And I can remember my dad coughing up blood. You know, that cold mucusy got blood in. I'll never forget that. I could see it from up the steps. I could see the blood. He spit it in a cup with tissue in it. He spit that out and told my mama, man, I got to go. I didn't hear the whole rest of the, argument. I know good and well don't stay on them steps looking at what your parents doing for too long. You get your butt toe up. But in the long run, as I grew up, I knew exactly what it was about. Matter of fact, he kept going to work until God made him have to sit his butt down, or he was going to go visit the Father a little bit sooner. What he told her, the argument I end up hearing a little later on, was, these bills ain't going to pay themselves. So he sacrificed himself for the rest of us. He didn't care whether he lived or died, long as his family was going to be safe. Made sure if something was to happen to him, his insurance policies is taken care of, paid up, everything, because he said, I'm going to work. If I don't make it, then I'm still going to take care of y'all beyond the grave. But I can't just say, look, this is how I feel, and yada, 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 and my boss ain't this, and they ain't going to tell me what to do, and So that's the message I got from my dad. And to this day, I live the exact same way. I don't make no critical moves without thinking of my family first. It's a lot of stuff I don't believe in. It's a lot of stuff that I don't like. It's a lot of things that I don't believe in. But sometimes you got to sacrifice yourself for the greater good of your entire family. And sometimes that just ain't gonna mesh up right. It ain't gonna never be right. But I promise you, that sense of sacrifice is gone in today's world. Of the man in the household, like, look, listen, I'm the king of the castle, and doggone it, what I just said stands. Now, don't get me wrong. Now, mama got that power, but at the end of the day, man, Pops got the last word, and it's like his whole sacrifice for going to work, and trust me, he didn't want to do it, just to make sure we was going to be okay. And I think that's the part we all getting confused. And mixed in with a dash of social media and 2 cups of trend, it's out of control. Where I see literally, and I know several people that They quit their job because they was like, no, no, it ain't gonna give me no Band-Aid. They quit. And now they 2 stone skips away from sleeping on a park bench. I've had people that I know personally and have seen quit their job because they didn't want the Band-Aid. They quit their job just to go get another job that's telling them you need a Band-Aid before you can come work for us. And they're like, oh, okay, you just put your whole family and your life through hell. You had a job already in place. You stepped out here, you didn't have no plan. You didn't have nothing to go on. You didn't have no money saved up. You didn't pay off your doggone rent or your mortgage. You didn't pay off your creditors. You didn't pay off your credit cards. Nothing. You stepped out here with no plans, no savings, full of debt, talking about what you do and what you don't believe in. Again, I'm not knocking you for your belief. I'm knocking you for your sacrifice, or knocking you for your poor planning. And the reason why some people say, oh, we didn't have no choice. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. You did have a choice. And people don't like hearing the truth, man. So I dig it if you don't like what I'm telling you. But people don't. I didn't start this channel to lie to you. I started this channel to kick straight truth to you. We all saw this coming. We saw this coming 2 years ago when all of this. Don't say that, Chocolate. You got to go. Don't come in here with that nonsense. I told you, we talking on this channel. We're talking facts. On this channel, we're talking truth. Don't come in here with that conspiracy crap, all right? Don't do that over here. Sue the government. Just cut it out. You wouldn't even know how to find a lawyer. Cut it out now. We being for real. This is grown folks over here, okay? Don't come over here with that nonsense. Not on this channel. You need, listen, if that's the way you think, you need to sue yourself, because look who you trusting. Look who you trusting. You trusting them still, to the point you say, let's sue them. When you know they dirty in the first place. Nah, you've been, see, everything is okay that they do until it affects you. No, leave them out of it. You already know what they do. Now it start hitting you. And now it's time that let's take action. See, people like that, stay away from me. You knew this was coming. You knew who we worked for in the beginning. 2 years ago, my very first video. Let's not talk about them. Not the G word people. Don't even talk about them. I don't want to talk about them. Because this is our fault. They dirty. Look, guess what? If I get in the car with my homeboy Ray Ray, if I get in the car with him, I know he a thief, I know he a crook, and I know he about turning people's pockets inside out. I know he is. I know him. I love him. But I know my homie gon' turn somebody's pockets inside out like rabbit ears. So if I get in the car with Ray Ray, I know what's going on tonight. I know we might get shot at. I know we gonna get chased. I know we gonna be hiding till the morning come. I know this gonna go down. You dig what I'm saying? That's what we living in right now. You already know what it is. This ain't no game. This ain't no hide and seek. You know what it is. I'm from the same place half of y'all from. Y'all know Ray Ray. Y'all already know. Difference is, you know him, and it's time to tell Ray, man, I can't go with you tonight. I can't roll with you, man. Come on, dog. I'm good. I got a date. I don't care what you gotta say. Don't roll with him because you're gonna end up in jail. You're gonna end up getting shot at, or shot, or worse. You're gonna end up getting, man, come on, man. You might end up be the one get jacked. Nah. So we know who we work for. So don't play stupid. You already know what it is when you get in the car with Ray Ray. Okay, we in this country, we know what it is. 2 years ago, when start happening, weird stuff start happening, everybody on this planet said, get your stuff together because it's about to get stupid. Everybody, not just in your city, not in your town, not on your street, everybody on the planet said, we watching other countries buckle their belts up tight and getting ready. And we sitting there like, dang, what's going on with Belgium and them? What? Damn, what is the Germans doing? What is going on here? They was all telling their people to save your food, store your food, grow your food, get yourself together, get ready for a lockdown, get ready for 2 solid years. Even if you didn't believe in what was going on, for 2 years, the world has been in an uproar of, do you believe it or don't you? Ripley, believe it or not. Right? It don't even matter. Don't say that. Don't say that, Mitch. I don't want to hear no conspiracies. I don't want to hear no, we ain't guessing about nothing. And don't speak that mess. Don't speak that out of your mouth. Don't type, when you type that, that's you bringing that into fruition. Let's not do that. I'm talking about reality here, facts that's happening now. We ain't trying to guess on how something might turn out in the future. I'm telling you, right now is real. You had 2 years. Now listen, on top of that 2 years, you had days off your job during lockdown. They done issued several checks. I know it didn't pay much. All these banks and some of these renters and some of these mortgage companies and all this stuff gave everybody a break for at least a year before they start really coming putting that pink slip on your door. We all had time. We all had time to start figuring out what's our next move. We all had time for that. We ain't talk about no generators. Not on this channel. All right? We sitting here talking about reality, and I told you we ain't doing that on this channel. Okay, if that's why y'all came over here, that ain't what we doing over here. We talking about solutions to reality. I'm sitting here and I'm tripping out because man, we have plenty of time to get ourselves together. And now people quitting their job, they ain't have no plan. And what difference does that make, wishful thinking? Come on, be for real. That what if I did, what if I didn't? What difference is that gonna make in your household? None, is it? We all trying to help one another. My decisions in my household ain't got nothing to do with how you gonna handle yours. We trying to come up with a solution, and that sound like you're just trying to be nosy. That's neither here nor there. I'm trying to help people. If you end up thinking about quitting your job, you need to figure some things out first. Number one, we need to, hey, how much credit, how bad are you in debt? Before you talk about what you are and what you ain't gonna do, if you're gonna keep your job or you're gonna leave your job, before you do that, let's think about something. Bye, wishful thinking. See you in the cornfield. That's crazy, man. That's being nosy. See, people like that can't come over here, man. Not on this channel, man. I ain't playing over here. So dig it. Before you quit your job, how bad are you in debt? Did you think about that? How much you still owe on your house? How much is your rent? How much is your food? Do you got any food stored up? Do you got any food stocked up that's going to take you until you figure out what else you about to do? Do you got some kind of side hustle on the side? Do you got some kind of side job? What are you doing? Because it's going to get worse. All I'm doing, and I'm not tripping. Who instead? I'm not tripping. It's just, see, people love having fun, and that's great and all. But when people try to be serious, don't nobody want to be serious. People. That's why this country is in the predicament that it's in right now, because we play too much. Ain't nothing wrong with having a good time. I do it all the time, but behind the scenes, ain't nothing funny, man. When it's time for me to get on my grind, ain't nothing funny. For me, I laugh, I joke, I smile, I have a good time, but it's a part of me. That's why I started this other channel. I'm showing you the part of me, man, that I ain't always laughing, man. It's time to shut up and grind. That grind, that ain't always nothing to smile about. You know? And then the other part is people like that distraction. Those are the people that's distracting the people that's really here to try to figure out what is their next move. Those are the people, man, distracting you. That's why you keep making these bad decisions, quitting your job when you really don't want to quit. Oh my God. Listen to this. I heard somebody quit, and they had the Band-Aid. What you quit for? I mean, I wasn't gonna be in there by myself, you know. Everybody was going. What you want to do? You got 4 kids. I'll figure something out. That's what I'm talking about right there. The distractions. You so caught up in nonsense of how everybody else is doing. I promise you, my personal promise to you, when you need to pay your rent, your baby need diapers or milk, you ain't gonna find nobody that you just walked out that restaurant or that store with. I don't care how cool you is with them. They don't want to talk to you about, can I borrow nothing? Nothing. The thing right now is social media is becoming a real thing. I don't know if you guys watch let me see, what was that? I don't know if you guys watch any Marvel movies where Tony Stark, Iron Man, made Vision. Something he made, his technology some kind of way really came to life. I'm gonna just leave it right there. You ain't gotta be watching the movie, but that's the premise. Your technology has become an entity of its own. Social media is like Vision. Social media is Jarvis coming to life. Because now we're starting to do things off of social media, things that only we did only on social media. We're starting to do that in real life. Like the whole following thing. Before, you was a bootleg. Now you're literally truly called a follower, because you're just following along with the herd blindly. You ain't even thinking, right? Even the way you respond to people, you think we've been locked in the house for so long that you think when you get out in the street that you can respond to somebody in person like you would do behind your keyboard. And there's a lot of people missing a lot of teeth these days because they get knocked down they whole throat and swallowing them joints because you approaching people and some of the things you're saying and reacting like you're behind the keyboard. And you forgot this dude he in arm's reach of you. I done seen it in a couple of restaurants, man. Mugs is getting creamed. And that's what we dealing with right now, following each other. Before you quit your job, I'm not saying don't do it. I'm not saying I don't believe in what you believe in. I'm just saying, let's think about reality again, because we're moving like social media. It's a difference. We're moving like social media, but it's having real life consequences. It's a big difference. Social media consequences, what they put you in social media jail. You off for a few weeks, right? You can start up another platform, or you can start up another page, whatever. Well, in reality, when you burn yourself up, it's real jail, and you're gonna meet some new friends in there, and they think every one of them is pretty. You ain't gonna. This is real jail. You come talking crazy, that's where you're gonna end up. And you ain't gonna be there for just a couple weeks. You're gonna be in there for a handful of years, a whole grip of them joints right there. That's how this works. So before you quit your job, I'm not saying don't do it at all. Because I'm always preaching, man, look, step out on faith. I'm not saying don't do it. I'm not saying don't become an entrepreneur, because that's another reason I started this whole channel, because I hope more of us can become entrepreneurs if we make the right moves. Number one, man, is your bills paid up? Did you pay off all them credit cards? Do you still owe money on your car, your vehicle, your home? So before anything go bad, before you make that move, you can actually start trying to fix that. And this is the part where you're gonna have to choke on your pride a little bit. Man, all that stuff you got inside that home can get sold. If you real about it, and you real about that sacrifice. I hear a bunch of people talking about it spiritually and biblically. They talk about that whole step out on faith, but they don't move on it. You could talk till you blue in the face, but you don't move, and you ready to sell all that stuff off you got. Sell that stuff off to pay some bills. You ready to go down to the clinic to give some blood so the baby can get some milk or some diapers? Yeah, when you go give blood, trust me, I've been there, you're going to be around a bunch of unsavory people. I ain't talking about the blood drive where the little van come in front of your job and y'all get extra overtime pay to go out there and donate blood nah. Nah. Not that one. I'm talking about the one down there, downtown on Taylor and 19th Street, where it's surrounded by some of the world's worst people, because either they just gave blood, they're trying to give blood again after they done snuck in 2 or 3 different times. They out there handing off each other cookies so they can get their blood sugar back up so they can go back in. That place. It make you feel awful when you go down there to give blood, because ain't nobody in there got no dog, don't seem to have a bit of sense. But you know, I got to get these diapers. I got to get this milk. The person that's even taking your blood, you don't even trust them. Matter of fact, after you come from donating blood and platelets and stuff, you might want to go get a damn HIV test after that. Because the dude that's taking your blood, did you even wash your hands? You got to be ready to sacrifice. Sacrifice yourself. It's a lot of stuff I do in this household and I've done for my children and my wife. I'm not proud of. I'm not. And if I would have had any other way to do it, I would have. But sometimes life don't work that way. And I had to do something that I opposed of to make sure my babies ate and they had somewhere to live. So, my question to you, are you ready to make the sacrifice that it's going to take for you to do what you said you believe in? Now, you said you believe. Some people don't believe in the Band-Aid. You don't believe in it, so you quitting your job. Okay, I'm with you. I get it. On top of that, do you also believe in keeping your family tight? Do you also believe in holding it down for your wife or your husband? Do you also believe, because if you don't, now think, you believe in that more than you believe in what you're supposed to be doing. Now let's get it straight. You can't have it both ways. You believe so much that how wrong they is or whatever it is with the Band-Aid, you believe in that. You believe in it. To the point you like, I refuse. I go to my grave before they give me a Band-Aid. Right? Do you believe in your family structure that much? To the point you willing to do anything to make sure that they safe from harm? That's important. That's important. Because see, that's a weighing scale right there. What's more important to you? Right? I'm not saying don't quit your job. None of that. I don't need, like I said, I'm not knocking you forward or I'm not at all. If that's your decision, that's your decision. What I'm trying to get through to you is, what's your next move then? What's your plan? What is your plan? Do you got to hustle? Do you got some kind of skill that you need to start putting into work? Are you everybody got some kind of skill. Some people, they can sing like a doggone songbird, but you're scared to get on stage. You better shake that damn stage fright off, and you better get up there and sing like what's the name told Tina? Ike told Tina, you better go sing them songs. You better start making stuff happen. Go up. You better start making something happen. Okay, here's a better analogy for you. Which one do you believe in the most? Do you believe in yourself, or you believe in fighting power? Because if you believe in yourself more, you got work to do. You can't just say, I ain't getting no Band-Aid and then just be out. Because I'm going to tell you something. If y'all haven't noticed the rise in crime with the train getting robbed and everything like that, y'all been seeing the trains getting robbed. They stealing guns now. They stealing Amazon packages. They stealing all this stuff. Now they hitting all the trains like this, the Wild Wild West. It's only going to keep getting worse. Because so many people, they believe in turning to a life of crime over the Band-Aid. Now, when you go to prison, you're still going to get forced to get the Band-Aid. Where did your life end up? Yeah, the same thing you was fighting against got your ass in this situation, locked up, and having to get the Band-Aid anyway. Because you chose a life of crime. I'd rather go do some crime other than Band-Aid. I just want us to think first. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm not. I just want people to think first. Just take a second and think. What is your next move? Because I got a lot of people emailing me or wondering what they gonna do. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know how to answer that. I just don't understand, why did you do it? And now you thinking. It's people literally thinking about going back to their jobs and begging for their job back and actually accepting the accepting what they wasn't going to accept in the first place. Now you put yourself through all of this stuff because you came out in this world with your notions, without even understanding how ugly it is out here. In the real world, everybody is reacting like social media. It's ugly out here. You sink or swim out here. It was already bad before the mess started. Now, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? So before you quit, not saying don't, but you better come out here with a plan, or the world gonna devour you. You better have a plan. How many people got some kind of skill? Anybody? You got some kind of skill that you could be doing? You could be growing food right now. That'll cut down on your grocery bill dramatically. You could be growing some food. Say, I got a goal without a plan. It's just a wish. Amen to that. A goal without a plan is just a wish. It's just a thought. It's ugly and it ain't getting no better. Amen to that. Yeah, I'm telling you this right now. Some military skills. What does that even mean? So just all I'm saying is, just before you think about it, or if you done already got, man, you better have a plan, because the other thing is you're going to become a criminal, and that ain't going to end up well. I said, that's how I plan to save the most this year growing most of my food. That's going to save you more than hundreds. That's going to save you thousands of dollars. It's going to do two things. You're going to start feeling healthier and looking better and feeling better. And hey, Game Nerd Mom. And you're going to cut down on your bills. Thank you, Mama Bear. So who controls this world? You do, Pedro. You do. You control it. You control this. And that's the whole thing. Everybody keep thinking that you have to let the powers that be run your situation, and you don't. You're a fool for thinking like that. See, it work in reverse. You just got to think in reverse. They play a game with you from your birth. They play a game with us from your birth. They give you a false sense of entitlement, a false sense of power, and a false sense of freedom. It's all a mind game from your birth. It's all a mind game. You can't win the game if you don't know the rules to it. You did? There is not a game out here with no rules. If you find out the rules to the game, you can beat them at their own game. It's like counting cards when you gambling. Why don't they want people counting cards? Because you know the outcome. It automatically is cheating, right? They call it cheating when they know your odds of, as long as they made the rules, they know your odds of winning is slim to none. But you get a little smarter than them and start counting cards. All of a sudden, you're the dirty one. What do? They put you out of the casino, don't they? Life ain't no different in this mug. Once you start figuring out the moves, once you start figuring out the angles of how they play the game, you learn the rules. You think rich people is rich because they just that damn smart? They're brilliant, geniuses. No, man. No, and I always use this person for this reason, because he's the perfect person to explain my situation. Listen, Master P, the rapper, he was not by a long shot the best rapper out there. Master P was out when Tupac and Biggie and all of them was out. P. Diddy, his whole squad, Master P came out. How was Master P one of the richest moguls of them all? When he ain't the best rapper, he ain't the best looking guy, he ain't the cleanest guy, his squad a little different. How? How is he richer than Diddy, Tupac, Suge Knight? How is he richer than all the other moguls around the country? I'm going to tell you how. He knew how to play that game. He cut out the middleman. He cut out the middleman. He don't want you to make his albums. Don't press my albums. Don't promote my albums, because he know the promoters cost a fortune. Pressing the albums cost a fortune. The artist to draw or make his covers cost a fortune. Every promotion he do, every venue, you got to pay a gang of people. So by the time it's all over, if you just made $1 million, you just really made about $200. Why you think all these entertainers broke when they done sold millions and millions and millions and millions of copies? Now let's do the math in our head, okay? You just sold 1 million copies. 1 million copies. You the hottest artist out here. You sold 1 million copies. We all know, even when I was a child, you couldn't get a cassette tape less than $5. And that's from the doggone corner store that's owned by the Arabs. You know, you gonna get that $5, and let's be for real, just a bootleg. You can't even get a bootleg for $5. $5. You go to the record store in the mall, you know you paying $7. I'm talking about when I was a kid. You gonna pay $7 to $8 for it. You sold 1 million copies. That's $7 million off the rip. Think. How is all the entertainers broke? We know they sell hundreds and hundreds of millions of copies. How is all the entertainers broke? How is TLC broke? Because they keep on telling you all the middleman fluff stuff that you had to pay for that came out of your account. Master P was so smart, he said, I don't need none of that. I got his homeboy Rudy, he gonna draw that. Why you think Master P covers of his CDs look so unprofessional? Well, I'm gonna put it like that. You look at the CD cover like, damn, this is awful. With the little thin piece of paper, you don't know the names of the songs on the inside. Ain't nothing to read when you open up. The case is a little CD case, break easy because it's paper thin. Master P. And then you hear the music. It's just beats. The rhymes wasn't all that. Just how is he the richest one? I'm not knocking Master P. I'm just saying he's brilliant. He's more of a brilliant man, a brilliant mind than he was a rapper. He ain't no rapper. He was a brilliant businessman. That's how we play this game right here. Once you cut out the middleman, once you cut out them always giving you handouts and giving you this and handing you that and giving you that. Once you, man, I don't need your stuff. I don't need that. I'm good. You start seeing how much money you make for yourself. Once you get rid of all your credit cards and all that interest rate is out the window, once you don't go sell that car that you still owe $4,000-$5,000. Sell that and go get something else cash. It ain't gonna be pretty. Wait till you see how much money you save when you ain't got no car note every day or every month rather. You keeping that car note in your pocket. That's cutting out the middleman. That's why they keep extending credit to you, extending extra stuff to you, because they know you're going to spend it. You got to use your doggone head. Before you go leaving your job, before you go quitting your job, you got to think about all of this stuff. I know what I'm saying sound crazy, but only people that half-ass thinking about it right now because they're in a bad situation know what I'm saying. They feel me. I'm telling you. I'm not steering you wrong. I'm not telling you wrong. I'm telling you nothing but pure right. Ain't nothing wrong with you leaving your job if God is telling you got to go. I'm telling you or reminding you that go. But you better fill up your canteen first. We as kids, everybody always wanted to run away for some reason. I can't even have no toy or nothing. Nobody even love me here. I'm running away from home. What your mama say? Okay. Okay. You running away? Yup. Okay. Well, go get some clothes. Get this bag. I'm gonna pack you a little sandwich. Here's a Capri Sun pouch. Before you go trying to do something stupid like that, The reason why your mama gave you a sandwich, put it and wrapped it all, she wrapped it slow. Because the whole time she doing this, getting you ready to go jump out into the world, and you only 7, she giving your ass time to think about what you just said. And why she ain't on top of your doggone brain right now, ripping your skull off. She letting you think about it. Mama ain't stupid. Here, and I even cut the crust off for you. You like, you never cut the crust off. Well, since you're leaving, it's a special occasion. I'm gonna cut that crust off for you. You don't like that much jelly. I made thin jelly just like you like it. All right? And I even put some of your daddy cookies in there. I know you ain't supposed to have mess with daddy cookies, but I put your daddy cookies in there too. You know why she did that? Get your ass time to think. Damn, I'm living good in the mud, you know? I better think about this. Then what you say? You sitting there looking at the sandwich, you looking at the bag, the Capri Sun, the cookies. It's wrapped up in a bag, and she's like, "Well, what you gonna what you still standing here for? You leaving, ain't you? Better hurry up. It's gonna be daylight soon. You know it's dark out there. And watch out for that coyote that you know Mr. Bradley ain't never found his dog. He running the streets, foaming at the mouth. Just be careful. Here's a flashlight. That's what I'm doing for you right now. Before you go out and do something stupid that you're gonna regret for the rest of your life. Think about it. All this is just a waiting area for you to be like, I guess I could bring in a few more dollars into the house before I went off and did that. I guess I don't need this watch. I could sell that off. Put this on Facebook Market or something. I don't need this extra motorcycle. I don't need none of this. I guess I could sell this. Just use your brain before you go out and do something stupid. Again, I gotta keep reminding people because they keep on getting me confused. I'm not saying I don't believe in your cause. Your cause is your cause. It's not mine. It has nothing to do with me. All I'm saying is before you do it, go think. It's a lot of people. It's a lot of people that's being locked up in prison for things they believed in last year around this time. And as they sit on trial, every time they catch one of them and they put them on trial, you know what they keep saying? I don't know what I was thinking. Y'all know, don't bring it up and don't mention it, but you know what I'm talking about, okay? On the 6th. They like, I just got caught up in the hype, and I don't know, we was cheering one minute and the next minute you got a cellmate. That's what's happening right now. Everywhere. It ain't just about the 6. It's about everybody doing it. It's following. And you know what? I believe it. I believe it. It's no different right now what we're doing right now. Following each other, quitting jobs for no damn good reason. Some people don't even not believe in the situation. They just quitting because everybody else quitting. It's no different than if you had a ball game and then the wave hit you, you woo! You don't know why you did that stupid shit. The wave was coming. You think it's stupid, but you got caught up and you woo! And now you want to watch it keep going around the stadium. When that wave hit me, I'd be like this. Oh, some dumb mugs, man. That's crazy. I'm not doing that. People getting up, dropping their beer, knocking over their fries and their chili dog. They on all this shit all over the place just so they can get up because they can be part of that so they get caught up on the Jumbotron. That Jumbotron to come past me and the camera be like this, I'll be looking at that thing. They would want me on TV because please. Don't get caught up in this wave. If you're doing what's right and you're doing what you believe in, then do it the right way. People that didn't believe in whatever it was last year around this time, I'm not knocking them. Whatever they believe, that's what they believe. You ever hear people say, it ain't what you said, it's how you said it. That'll either save your life or get your ass killed. It ain't what you said, it's how you said it. Every fella, all the fellas in here, we done heard our woman say that. It ain't what you said, it's how you said it. How I say it then? You know how you said it. Tell me. I don't know what you're talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Well, tell me, because I don't know. It ain't what you said, it's how you said it. It ain't what you did, man, it's how you did it. See? Just saying. You can get a lot more stuff done silently than with all that bullshit. All that loud nonsense screaming in the streets. People like to march up and down streets thinking that they moving the crowd in protest. You know how you protest stuff? Man, don't go back there no more. You don't got to go scream about it. You don't got to shout about it. You don't got to be waving flags back and forth about it. Look, oh, that establishment, oh, that's how they feel. Oh, they don't like my people. Now your job is to do everything in your power to make sure nobody else goes in that establishment. See, you don't move the crowd. You don't move people with a bunch of yeah. No. You hurt mugs in the pocket. When you punch him in the pocket, you could punch him in his heart. He'll stand still. You could punch him in his head, he'll stand still. Punch a sucker in the pocket though. Remember John Claude Van Damme always kicking people in the ribs and stuff. Wah! That ain't where you hit him. You hit him in that pocket. Right in that hip. You will see a mug pass out. That's how you do it, man. I don't make a whole bunch of noise, man. I don't make a whole bunch of noise. And when I say I'm not going back somewhere, I mean it. I mean it with my heart. As bad as sometimes I want to go back in a place, I won't do it. Because then I kind of feel like, man, I'm lying to my own self. If I say I'm not coming back to an establishment, I ain't gonna say no names. This establishment right here in my own town. I said, I'll never come back there. I ain't been there in 12 years. Yeah, they might not be hurting for money, but they don't got mine. And I don't want to hear about nobody else to complain about them that don't like my people. You going in there, you eating their food, you in there, you're a patron in there, so you a fool. How you gonna go in there when you know what they call us? In your face, but they got some good wings though. Sucker. Sucker, man. It's people like that. That's the people I'm talking about. I'm here to do a stand-up job, and I'm standing for folks and their rights. But we cannot win with suckers like that, man. Yeah, I know what they call me, man, but the wings be banging, though. Stay away from me, man. Matter of fact, you my new one. I'm never coming to talk to you no more. Stay away from me. I don't make no big announcement in the restaurant, nothing like, I'll never come back here again. I do this. Hey, get up. Come on. Let's go. Let's leave. Is there a problem? Come on, y'all. Let's go. Sir, is there a problem? I can get the manager. Let's go. Hurry up. Get your coat. Come on. Don't drink another sip of that Coke. Spit that shit out on the table. Come on. Let's go. Come on. And just don't come back. Now you know what? My kids understand my protest, and now they know. You ain't got to make no big stink, man. Shit down. Come on. I ain't make no fuss. Guess what? Nobody in that whole restaurant know nothing. They don't know I was called out my name. They don't know I was none of that. No racist stuff. They don't know none of that. I didn't make no big stink about it. I just left, and I'll never come back. And every single person that I run into, I tell them, oh, don't go in there unless you like being called this and that and everything else. What you mean? Yeah, I ain't been there in like 10 years. Because you never know who's watching. You never know who's watching. You don't know that, I don't know, I could have some kind of large platform on some social media site. I could be some entertainer. I could be filthy rich. You won't even know. You don't know what power people have. Do that to people. Oh, sir, we can make it right. Oh no, you did enough. You did fine. Y'all have a nice night and be kind. Y'all have a nice night. I don't want to see nothing happen to nobody. You know. So, just please have some kind of plan, family. Because all you're doing is making a fool out of yourself. You never know who's watching. That's right, Game Nerd Mom. You never know who's watching. All you do is make a fool out of yourself. And social media even got it, where you feel that you need to tell your every second of your life, to the point you even tell people how dumb you are by saying, I quit and now I'm on a job hunt. I wouldn't tell a single soul. As a matter of fact, that wouldn't even be in my plan. My plan would be, I got to put some of these skills to work. I got to figure out all of the things I know how to do. I don't care if it's crocheting some drawers. I got to know how to, I'm about to sell something. Something got to happen. Something got to happen. Go call the construction crew and tell them tear up all that grass. Or have your kids out there, you and your kids, whatever, your husband, your wife, tear this grass up and just don't plant nothing but tomatoes. We'll deal with the HOA community when they come. But right now, we in a pickle. We got to make it happen. So, you're going to have to put your skills to use. And let me see. Thank you, Yvette. No, I'm fine. I'm just talking about everybody just keep hitting me with they just quit their job and they don't know what they're going to do. See, I don't understand it. Yeah, Tamika says, I'm a jack of all trades. Everybody better start being a jack of all trades. So I'm meaning, whatever you know how to do right now, family, what I'm saying is, let me end this video with this. This is a bad time in history, right? It is. But at the same time, it's a perfect storm. It's a perfect storm. I know that sounds crazy. Everybody like, huh? It's a bad time in history, but it's a perfect storm right now, and ain't nobody thinking about it. This is the time where the world is actually giving you time to show off and showcase what you can do to make your own money. This is the time. Think, during the Great Depression, didn't nobody have nothing but dusty boots. Not even that. The part that you never hear about the Great Depression was that was a booming time for inventions, ideas. How do you think they did the whole turnaround? What do you think turned that all around? People just didn't sit off in the dust bowl and just wither away and die. People got creative. Now that all they farms is gone and blowed down the road, they had time to think. They had time to figure out what foods last the longest. Now remember, before that, they wasn't thinking about stuff like that. Canning, preserving, drying food, all of that stuff, they perfected it. Inventions, they perfected them. All of that stuff that they came up with so they could get out of that situation. This whole country turned around because of all of those people was put in such a bad position, and they actually had time, because they used to spend their entire waking moment to the minute they went to bed out there in the fields. They actually have time to think and time to create. So instead of just sitting around like, well, I guess we doomed, I'll just go lay over here in this dust ball and just wait till the wind just cover me up. No, they was thinking. They in a bad way, but they did a lot of thinking. To look at us now, we looking at each other on computer screens, thousands of miles away around the world. So if you don't got no hustle and all you know how to do is look pretty, you in trouble. Right now is a time. I can't say that. I take that back. Erase that. If all you know how to do is look pretty, now you can show other people how to look pretty for a fee. I'm going to tell you something. What you going to find out right now. You're going to find out a lot of things. Number one, you're going to find out you can make just as much money as you do. I don't care how good your job is. If you've been good on your job and you know your job inside out, but your job pay good money, you know what? Your job don't want to lose you. If they lose you, you don't become an unemployed worker. You know what you become? You become a competition. If you're highly knowledgeable about your job, you become competition. If they're smart, they'll pay you more and work you less. Because the last thing they need is the kind of you know everything from the inside track. I know a billion people know the secret recipe to KFC. You don't be firing them people, man, because he was a little bit late for work, man. Talk it out with him or something. Dock his pay. Don't fire him, because he know all of the Colonel's 7 herbs and spices. Before you do that, I'm just telling you, if you plan on leaving, you can make just as much or more money, or I don't like talking about money because that's whack. You can make just as good of a living, because it ain't just about cash. It ain't about cash payment. You can make just as much of a living, if not better so, than you could at your job. The only thing is, nobody's telling you that. I'm telling you that. The whole world is starting to understand, well, hell, I can weld. Why do I have to weld at this welding company? Can I tell you a secret? Not a secret. Can I tell you a quick story, if you don't mind? I just had some work done on my house. Had to have something repaired. And I know how much I paid the contractor. But the guys that was helping them on the job, right? I just was thinking, me and Lady Les sitting there thinking, like, I wonder how much they get paid. I just was thinking, I know how much I paid them. But I know They ain't getting it. And it just made me think he was clean, crisp. I even caught him a couple times. If you know I ain't gonna say they ain't paying him nothing. They ain't making what he making, but I know they paying him good. You know why? Because they know what he know. They can leave and become his competition. He paying them good. Now what he making? But he got to pay him good. Because what they doing is a skill. Learn your skills, man. You can make just as much. The same company you work for right now. I don't care what company you work for. You can do the same thing they do. Perfect example. Microsoft, Apple. Anybody know how that work? Anybody know anything about that story? Apple and Microsoft. That wasn't nothing but a spinoff and ended up being his worst competition. Treat your employees right. P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, and the dude, I forget the record company he was working for, they treated Puff Daddy like crap, right? Now look, he ended up working for him. You can make just as much money as your employer if you go out there and put yourself in the situation where you can do it. You'll never be the boss while you working for somebody else. You'll never be the boss working for somebody else. Period. So sometime, man, to move anywhere in your life, you gotta just be like, look. God, just do with me as you please. Cause I can't be here no more. I can't do this no more. You gotta say, look, I'm ready. I'm ready to do your will. Just show me which direction to go. Tell me what to do. And then you gonna go. You gonna be scared. You gonna be nervous. You ain't gonna know what to do. Mind you, remember the sacrifice we talked about in the beginning of the video. Don't do it all willy-nilly without no doggone plan. Plan and pray. Because you got to put your work in. Then, man, you go out there and you do the best you can do. I got a friend I grew up with. I take that back. He has had one job working for somebody else. When we was kids in high school, we all worked at Kentucky Fried Chicken. He worked in the Kentucky Fried Chicken across town from me. Me and my cousin worked in this one Kentucky Fried Chicken. You know what he said? And me and my cousin thought he was crazy. He said, I'll never work for another man the rest of my life. I don't care what I got to do. He never did. Can you believe that? Never did. Own all kind of businesses back home. Shout out, Lim. Own all kind of business back home. He got like a couple corner stores, a daycare service. I think he got a what you call them, adult daycare type of thing. A car wash, a fish shack. He ain't never, even though everything he got, you know, it ain't all like some big giant corporation stuff. But that man, he got employees, he pay his employees, he pay himself, and he living nice. People think when you rich, you gotta have all this cash. You gotta have all this crap. That's not rich, man. That ain't rich. Rich, I'm gonna give you my definition of rich. To me, I can't tell you what it is for you. For me, Knowing I ain't gotta listen to nobody mouth tell me what I better be doing or else. With no question. You can't ask no question. Rich to me is waking up when the hell I feel like it. Rich to me is actually going in there and talking to my son about his day without keep looking at my watch. Rich to me is being able to wear my wedding ring without being out in the street on some job and I gotta wear this one all the time. The only reason I got it on now is because I'm having some work done to it, but because I'm working in such a horrible environment that I know I'm gonna get robbed. I gotta hide my own wedding ring because I know I'm gonna get robbed while I'm at work. Can you believe that? Freedom is being able to say, I guess I'll go to bed now. Not, oh my God, what time is? Oh man, I gotta be up at such a. People keep thinking your diet kill you faster than anything else. No, it ain't. Cause I done seen super healthy people die fast and young. I done seen super muscle men die fast and young. And I ain't even talking about the steroid ones. You know what kill you faster than a poor diet? Is stress. Stress kills your ass faster than anything else. People keep saying obesity. No, it's not. I know some old fat people. Some old fat grandpas and some old fat grandmas. And that's me, mom, that's all them. And they about 90 years old. Yeah, that ain't it. It's that stress, man. That stress. When we say the word stress, it's like we don't think of it as an actual object. We think of it as like some kind of thing in the air that you can't really see or feel or taste. But I'm telling you what, stress creates inanimate objects like this. Stress can create something physical in your body that can clog things up, make things bleed. See, when you just say the word stress, stress, that's crazy. Ulcers. All of that, man, is called migraines. All of that is caused from stress. It poisons your blood. All caused from your environment. If you ever had a fish tank or if you've had several pets like cats or dogs, one of them, either the one goldfish that keep getting picked on, or the one dog that keep getting picked on, or the one cat that keep getting picked on, that one always died first. Nobody killed them. Nobody physically, no other fish physically just ripped them open. No, just kept nudging them, kept nudging them, kept nudging them, kept nudging them. Always had the dog in the corner like this. Think about that stress. Have you ever been so stressed out where you ain't got no money and you got bills due everywhere? You dread to hear the mail truck engine come to your house because you know it ain't no good news. You know he ain't bringing you no check, and you praying that some kind of way your mortgage company or your rental establishment is going to give you a break this week. That's stress right there, just hearing the sound of the mail truck engine. Or to knock on the door to sign a certified, just, and ain't nothing in the certified but telling you where my money at. Or You owe somebody some money and you ain't got it, and they said that next time they see you and you ain't got their money, and you know they ain't playing. So your stress is hiding throughout, ducking down alleys and all throughout the city and making sure, man, I thought that was Bobby. Bobby? Why you hiding from Bobby? I ain't hiding from Bobby, I'm hiding from Randy. You know they hang. So what you ain't hiding? Man, I owe that mug like $400. Man, you better pay me, man. You owe Randy $400? How long you owe? You been holding on to Randy money for 2 months. You alive, man. Get away from me. He gonna kill you and he gonna kill me because I know where you at and I ain't told him yet. Man, I ought to tell him, man. Get away from me, man. That kind of stress, that kind will kill you. We got to move a little bit better than this, man. We got to start making some plans on what you about to do. I don't care what your belief is or what you plan on doing, whether you want the Band-Aid or not, or whatever reason you quit your job. Man, right now, where my paper at? I moved it. No, here it is. Right now, that's what I want you to do. With me. I had a beekeeping class earlier. This is what we gonna do right now. Hold on. I can't see. Oh, there it is. Okay. You with me right now. Get you some paper, a pencil, or a tablet, whatever you plan on jotting this down with. This is what I want you to do. Start writing down your skills. Even if they sound stupid. Can you sing? Can you dance? Is you good with your hands? Is you a mechanic? Can you weld? Whatever. Ladies, you good at putting on your own eyebrows and stuff, and you good at that, right? You do it to yourself. Can you do that to somebody else? Fellas, we cut our hair, we keep our stuff crispy. Let me tell you something that saved my tail for years. I went bankrupt years ago, 2000, something like that. You know what saved me besides driving trucks? Cutting hair. Cutting hair. I was a beast. I cut everybody hair in my whole neighborhood. School time came, asked my wife, school time come around, and listen, I've been cutting my hair since I was a kid. It's different when you cut somebody else's hair, but if you give off a few freebies that you screw up, that's your practice dummy. You might end up having to pay them, but after a while you get good. Man, sorry about that, man. I didn't mean to take that whole piece off, man. Hear me. That was your practice dummy. Somebody sat their kid in your chair in your basement so you could hook them up for a fraction of the cost of taking them to the barbershop. It is what it is. They already know it ain't gonna be perfection. But after a while, as you get better, your prices go up. As you get crispier, now you ain't cutting their hair in the basement. You cutting their hair upstairs, right? You got your stuff tightened up. You done spent a little money, got you a nice little swivel chair and everything. You done got some real clippers. You ain't using them walls from Walmart. No, what's the, not the Jenkins, what's the one, boy? And they actually make, not in the Relco, man. What's the ones, man? And they make shavers. Terrio Remingtons. Ooh, Remingtons. I had a pair of Remingtons. Remember I told you about that part of my hair? You can see it right there. Cut that for the rest of my life. Them old rusty Remingtons, man, I made so much money off them rusty jokers. And you know how many scars is left on people's neck? People think forever they got in a fist fight or something, or got attacked by a dog. That was the Remingtons got at them. You know, like, man, hold your head right. Hold your head right. Woo! Dude, y'all already have some napkins on deck. Like, oh, man, just put that right there. Put that right there. Just hold on. Hold that. Hold that. Let me finish him up. Mug leave out there bleeding. Bleeding. But got better. As a matter of fact, I got crispy. My prices went up. And I was able to feed my family off of that. Because back then, it wasn't no jobs. Either you was going to go drive a truck or you was going to get your hustle on. And that street life, that wasn't me no more. Go ahead, man. You better figure something else out. So with that money, you know what I started doing? Buying cars. Buying, selling, flipping. Buying, selling, flipping. Now I start buying houses. I told y'all about that. I was in that buying trap houses and fixing them, flipping them. And that money just kept flipping. Little bit. I ain't getting rich. But I ain't working for nobody. That all work, man. You gotta start using your head. And I'm gonna tell you something about the system. I told you, you can't win at the game unless you know the rules. One of the rules is you gotta know. You got to do the same stuff they do. They'll buy a whole burnt up neighborhood. Where I'm from in Toledo, Ohio, we ain't nowhere from Detroit, Michigan. If you ever see Toledo, Ohio and Detroit, Michigan, all the houses burn up. Just burn up. Nobody care. So it'll be 15 burn up houses and 3 beautiful homes. Victorian 4-story homes. Single family. And that'll just be sitting in the middle of look like a doggone human bonfire. All the rest of the houses burnt to the ground. You know what the man do? The man come in and buy that whole neighborhood for nickels on a dollar. If I'm lying, I'm flying. He'll come and buy the whole block. We talk about buying a block. He will come and buy the whole doggone neighborhood. Let's just say for probably 100,000, 200,000, buy the whole neighborhood. And then that's all of a sudden, different kind of people start showing up in these neighborhoods. And they pushing other people out into the woods somewhere. Next thing you know, you that used to live there, your grandma, mama and them, used to live in this. Y'all ain't welcome in this neighborhood no more. And you can't even afford to live there anymore. See, you can do that on a smaller scale too. Man, just buy a bunch of them trap houses, man. Clean them up, make them livable, get them up to code. It don't take as much money as you think. Don't be trying to kill nobody with the rent. You know, you still got some roof work to do. Keep putting that rent away. Put that rent away. Now really take it. It's a game of Monopoly, man. It's the same thing, that game. It's not just a game, man. That's real. We play that board game, man, because it's real. I play that with my kids. I got about 4 or more of those board games. You know why? Because they real. Now you done stacked enough money. Man, put a whole nother paint job on this house right here. Paint that whole house. Yeah, tear that carpet out. Now that trap house is worth some money. You ain't gonna come over here and stay. Yeah, I know the neighborhood ain't savory, but you gonna pay a little bit more to stay in that one. That got 2 bathrooms in it. That's how I got by. That's how I ended up here, man. And until we start figuring this stuff out, you got to start putting that stuff to work. You know how many shade tree mechanics I know? Welders they do it for fun. They do this stuff for fun. People that fix on cars and ladies, you into fashion and all that other stuff. Hell, some of y'all ladies fix on cars, but you do it for yourself. It's time. Listen, you do it for friends because you love them. You do these favors for friends because you love them. Well, now it's like, ask your friends how much they love you. Can they throw you a little something for these services now? Because you working for yourself. You out here on your own. You know, can you kick me something? Man, you know, I just got your Chevy running, man. You know, that mug sound good, too. You know how much they charge you at the shop. They was gonna knock you over the head for about 5 G's for that. Like, yeah, you right. I'm just asking for like 7 of them. Something, man. You gotta stop. Your free services gotta come to a halt. And it's not that you turning on your family and friends. It's not that you hating on them. It's like, listen, that's part of business. You gotta start being like, listen, I've been helping you for a long time. I've been helping you for a long time. If I ask you for a little payment, man, you get offended. I've been fixing your car for like 5 years, and I ask you for 200, you get offended. I see what kind of friends we is. You gotta move on. You gotta move on. And there's no disrespect. Y'all sit back and backyard barbecue and everything. Be cool. But no more business between you. No more. Just, man. You know, he gonna need you before you need him. That's why he always came to you for 10 years. So, man, just get your skills up, man. Start writing down your skills. Start writing down your plans. What do you want to do? And I ain't talk about no fictional stuff, man. I don't want to hear nothing about no folk want to turn into no unicorns. None of that. I'm talking about real brass tacks, man. What do you want to do with the rest of your life? If you had right now, if somebody gave you a way out right now, what would you do? You know, a lot of people have been off work for over 2 years, and they've been riding by on all kind of little handout type money and opportunities and whatever else things they giving people. Now, one time have people said, well, while I'm off, I'm just going to go back to school and learn a skill or something, a trade, or go start or finish your education, anything. Nobody did that. Everybody been just riding the streets like I'm free. But nobody used this time to be like, you know what? Now that I got some time off work and the little money that they sending me is paying the bills, man, I'm gonna try to do something with this time. I'm gonna try to make this time work. Ain't nobody doing that, man. Everybody, all I see is Sir Smoke a lot. Everybody chiefing. There ain't nobody. You know what I mean? Everybody just sitting around like this. Nobody making no moves with all this opportunity. Cause time is just as important of an opportunity as cash, if not more so. Because if I gave you $500, there's only so much you can do with $500. Right? But if I gave you 500 days, man, you can think about that. 500 hours. Man, you can make more than $500 in 500 hours. Think about it. Which one would you want? 500 hours of free time to do whatever you want, or $500? I'm talking about some you ain't got to go to work, nothing. You got 500 hours. What you going to do with it? I would take the 500 hours because $500 is gone like that. You got 500 hours to come up with a plan and a skill to sell off or do something that's going to get you more than that punk ass $500. You think about that. Your time is worth more than that cash. That's the part that there ain't nobody telling nobody. Your time is everything. Think about this. And we've been on here this long. I'm gonna go ahead and ride it out real quick. Dig this. How is it that as long as I can remember in history, let's just start with the 50s, 1950s. How is it that every year we come out with more advanced technology? Better. What is the premise of it? Why do we come out with technology? To make our lives easier, right? Go back and look at some of them 1950 videos of why they're coming out with this new kind of toaster or this robotic vacuum cleaner, blah, blah, blah. To make your life easier. So you can be home with your family. So more money will come in. You'll live longer because you're supposed to be working less. How is it that All the stuff that keep coming out that's supposed to make our lives easier is making us work harder, longer hours, less money, and it's doing our bodies worse than it did in the hardcore factories in the 50s and the 60s and the 70s. But we keep coming up with this technology that's supposed to be helping us. I think we got this is backwards. I think they're making technology to kill us. Because it ain't making nothing easier, man. It's making it easier to get killed, to me. And the only way they're going to keep on doing stuff like that is because if you keep working for them, they're going to keep filling your head full of bullshit. And you're going to keep on working in these factories away from your wife and your husband. And they going to end up sleeping off with somebody. You're going to end up sleeping off with somebody. The whole family structure is destroyed. And now you start from square one all over again. Nobody happy. And now they got even more control of you because you ain't got nothing. You got to work double as hard to pay. It costs more money to take care of one person than it do two. That math don't even add up, do it? It takes more money to take care of one person than it does two. How? Because if you got one person, they like double, triple, quadruple tax you for everything. If you single, they quadruple tax you for everything. You go sign up, you want an apartment. How many people stay here? Just one? Then you're a waste of space. So they're going to charge you the same price it's going to cost them, if not more, than this 2 or 3 bedroom apartment. It's going to end up costing you just as much or more. Everything you do. It's how this whole system is set up, man. It's how this whole system is set up. And until you know how to play the game, you know the rules, you're going to keep losing at it. You're going to keep losing at it. Period. Technology is here to it's like a chokehold. It's a chokehold. This is a time that you have to actually make something for yourself. This is that time where a lot of these restaurants, back in the Great Depression and stuff, restaurants, all the restaurants we eat at right now, all the stuff that we depend on, some of these grocery stores, supermarkets, department stores, that's when that stuff was founded. Because they didn't sit around twiddling their thumbs wondering what they gonna do. They made things happen. And now look, every store, every establishment, every restaurant we go to, look when it was established. All right around the Dust Bowl time. Go look at it. Go look at it. All of it. You right, Shortcake. As long as they can keep you looking this way, you will never see what's over here. I'm gonna get off of here. I don't want people to just keep on. I'm not saying don't leave your job. I'm not saying don't quit. I'm not saying none of that. I'm just saying, man, oh my God, please just think first. Don't be so doggone hasty and irrational. Think. Sit and think about it. Write down what are you gonna lose if you quit now. What are you gonna gain? You got some pros and some cons to write. Pros versus cons. If I leave, okay, you write down all the bad stuff that's gonna happen when you leave your job. And on the other side, or a whole nother piece of paper, right, man, how much good stuff gonna come out of it. You start weighing that out financially and trying to figure out, is this a good move or not? What on the pros and the cons can be substituted so you don't take as bad as a hit? All the cons. Now once you write the list of cons over here, you start saying, okay, how can I keep that from happening? That's bad. How can I keep that from happening? How can I prevent this from happening? The good stuff, you know, is going to happen. You're going to have free time. You're going to feel better. You're going to have more energy, blah, blah, blah. But the cons is what you need to be working on. How am I going to keep this from happening? How am I going to prevent losing my home, losing my car, eating, clothes? How am I going to fix that? And then on another piece of paper, you make a whole nother paper of just solutions. Nothing but solutions. And you think I'm crazy, but I promise you, that's all I do. Everything I do, I'm working on pros of this idea, cons. Pros, cons. Pros, cons. This is something I learned in probably elementary or middle school. I still do it to this day because it worked. And if you can't figure out how to fix the cons, you don't have solutions for the cons, you might want to rethink your plan. Think about this. People is going out here quitting their job just like they doing a bank heist. Most bank robbers get caught within 72 hours. You know why? They thought it was a good idea to bust in this bank. They thought all the way up into, man, it's only one guard. Yeah, what's her name? Kiki working today. Yeah, we can get up in there, get her. Yeah, I know that's as far as these nitwits thought, though. They only thought about getting the money. That's as far as they stupid plan got. They never thought about, if we actually accomplish this and it actually works, then what? I'm going to take the money and hit the strip club and ball out. I'm going to go buy that new Dodge Hellcat. Everybody do something stupid and you caught. You end up getting caught. Nobody ever comes up with that backup. Nobody. Ever. That's why they get caught within 72 hours. Because the planning to get in there went off without a hitch. But the then what came? Nobody said nothing about we should leave town. We should split up. You go to Vegas. I'm going to go to Mexico. Nobody did none of that. Everybody still want to ball out and try to impress everybody in their own town. That's what we doing right now. We ain't planning far enough. You quit the job. That's the bank heist. But then what? After the getaway, then what? Once you at home, watching all my children, eating a bowl of your baby's cereal, your baby looking up at you like, man, I can't, wish you go to work or something. You eating all my sugar smacks. God, this big greedy. When you going to work, that ain't none of your business. You smell like you doo-doo in your pants. Go in there and take a bath. I'm gonna eat the rest of the back of these sugar smacks. And I'm gonna eat your Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Why you asking too many dumb questions? You sitting at home watching Victor Newman eating your baby cereal. That's as far as you thought. Because you ain't never home. You ain't never home to actually touch the remote. So all the settings on the remote, your wife settings is on there. So you finally you don't even know how to hardly use the remote. By the time you get home, you go to sleep, you take a shower, go to bed, you don't even know how to use it really. So you just getting used to how to use the remote. Oh, this ain't bad. You sit there and do that for the first week. You just learning how the TV work. You bought it, but you don't even know how it works. Oh, picture in picture. Wasting time. No plan. None whatsoever. Next thing you know, you at the house. People like, so what you gonna do? You going back to work? Nah, I got the other stuff on my plate. Like what? What you got? You wouldn't know about it. It's cause you don't got nothing. You don't got nothing. So anyway, I'm sorry. Any questions before I go, y'all? Any questions? There you go. Hey, love says it's good to make some kind of progress figuring out the trademark and the registering process. Amen to that. And all right, Sunday Backyard Farmer, you up a little late, ain't you, bro? I'm just cutting it up, man. I feel so much pain for so many folks, man, because people are making some bad decisions. To me, I'm gonna say it again, they're making decisions like they would make on social media, but in real life. Some of these dumb comments a mug will say, they're doing that in real life. Some of these actions that they're doing it in real life. But the only thing is, they paying in real life too. Will you tell my niece how to connect a water hose? No. How old is your niece? Connect a water hose. See, this how you know. This how you know when. Let me stop. I'm listening to my wife in my head. She like, be nice, be nice. Is she in here, man? She got a little office in here somewhere. Cause sometimes I want to say stuff. If you ever see me kind of buckle down, that baby, no. Let me see. Would you buy a cabin on 40 acres if you had to haul water in South Colorado? I can't answer that. Because it's just too many things to that. If you got to haul in water, I'm going to say this. I'm going to play with it because normally I don't like doing stuff like that. But I play with it. You don't necessarily, you're in Colorado, you don't have to haul in water if you set up a rain catchment system. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to say whether I would or wouldn't, but I'm just giving you a solution. That's what this channel is all about. We talk about solutions. Let's not say that word, okay? I'm going to take that off. I'm not even going to answer that, okay? Say water is a weird thing. It just depends, right? Yeah. And honestly, it depends on if you about to live on the land too. If you're going to live on the land, I mean, you got a lot to think about. But one thing that people don't think about owning land is you don't got to live on it. You don't have to live on your land. You can purchase some land and rent it out to grass farmers. They need to feed their cattle. You could take that same land and have people lumber mills want to grow trees and for lumber on. You can rent that land out and be making a fortune just renting out land, just like you would rent out a home. So you don't always necessarily got to stay on it. You're welcome, Nathaniel. Let me see. Say maybe some people just ain't meant to make it. No, everybody ain't gonna make it. It's just natural facts. Period. Thank you, Hate Love. Thank you for that. Say, I gotta take that word off there, Truth Seeker. Okay. Thank you, Alexis Alexander. Say, no, I live in Maine. We have 3 feet of snow, but it's ice covered. But it's ice covered. You go out to haul water. It's frozen. Not a good idea. It's a billion things. Now I'm from Ohio, Myra Jackson. It's a billion things you could do with snow and ice. You can chisel that down and bring that into the house and distill it. There's a billion things you can do. You sitting on solid water, literally. I've been in that situation before. If you ain't never had your water cut off in Ohio, you get real crafty. I saw that storm, Game Nerd. My brother was telling me about it. Do I have any advice on wanting to sell veggie seedlings? Got books and researching. I don't have any advice. I mean, that's because I don't know what format you want to do it in. You would really just have to just get out there and just do your best at selling them. Can you store Meyer lemon seeds long term? If so, how? Yes, you can. So far, I got some 12-year-old Meyer lemon seeds, and all I did was let them dry out on a piece of paper towel and then put them in a normal dry envelope, not the one with the plastic, plain old envelope, and filled it up and taped it up, and they still work to this day. You welcome, Myra Jackson. So no more questions. I ain't gonna lie, I just hate for people to get hurt, man. It's a lot of people, and I hear it in the news, and they like, crime is rising, this and that. Man, I don't like hearing that because I don't like them making. I'm not saying go be doing no crimes, but at the same time, it's a cause and effect. You understand? It's a cause and effect. If you making people lose their job, if you forcing people out of their job, flat out, what you thought was gonna happen? I don't care what the situation is. Again, remember I started talking about planning. This place did not plan for anything, just like nobody else did. I ain't gonna lie, y'all know I'm telling the truth. They didn't plan for this, just like we didn't plan for it. We didn't do what we were supposed to do 2 years ago, and they didn't do what they were supposed to do. Oh, everybody just can't come back to work. Okay, it's gonna be some crime. None of it made no sense. None of it. None of it. What's that question? Sunday Backyard Pharmacy at Hoodstead. What's the question? Let me find it. What is that question? I missed it or something. I think I missed it. All right, I missed that one. Oh, what is it? What is it, Jack K. Walters? What is yours? What Why am I doing this? What's your question, Jack K. Walters? Oh, somebody said I got 2 flow hives. I get my bees. Oh, I don't like them flow hives. I'm gonna say good luck with them. I'm gonna move that Maria. I'm gonna read it for her. No, we don't. We don't even want to talk about them or their plans. All we know is it's stupid and it's not thought out well at all. None of it is. None of it. Oh, I answered it. Thank you, Hoodstead. I was wondering. Uh, do you do any tool shopping online? No, no, don't do that. No, that's to me that's one of the worst things you could do. Game Nerd Mama, I'll talk to you about it. Do you need pollen collector to feed the bees during the winter months? No. What chickens would you recommend for for are best for high humidity and hot weather? High humidity and hot weather. That's where I live. You can. It's so many different ones. It's so many different ones. My favorite chicken is Buff Orpington, and a Rhode Island Red. Those are my favorites. What does that mean, Nathaniel? Can beekeeping be passive? What does that even mean? Be passive? Yes. No, not Orpington. Orp. No H. And add a G in there. Okay, I'll be watching Game Nerd Mom. Thank you, Surgical Tech Prepper. Thank you. So they've been struggling with a job change. I think God spoke to me through you tonight. Thank you for that. And you know something? It's because it's going through. The only reason I'm talking about this because ain't nobody talking about it. You know? And I don't know what that William Shatner thing I just did. I don't know where that came from. But nobody's, I'm doing it again. Nobody talking about it. Everybody talking about what they're about to do. But nobody's, I'm quitting. But you don't hear them say nothing else. I'm going back to school. I'm going to welding school. I'm going to have my uncle teach me how. Nothing. You don't hear nothing. But you hear a lot of people complaining that they ain't got nothing now. Now you're hearing about robberies every 5 seconds. Carjackings and everything. Smash and grabs. It's out of control. No, you good, Maria. No, you good. You good. You good. No. Let me see. I'm looking for Jack K. Walters again. Okay, your thoughts on? I keep on saying let's not say that word, not that. That's why I keep getting rid of that, and don't give no advice on that situation. I'm gonna say this because this is what I've been talking about all night. I don't know if you came in late or you missed it or whatever. No, you fine. I'm just gonna say this. Listen, again, my whole video was about sacrifice. Do you not want to take it so bad that you want to let your rest of your life go down the drain? And then you got to start weighing, why don't you want it? And then you got to do some fact checking. You got to do all of that before you go making a life-changing decision. This is my advice to you. Before you go making life-changing decisions, like quitting your job, go do some life-changing research first. What I mean by that is, maybe you don't even know what this thing does. A lot of people is listening to what this dude said about it, or what this dude said about it, or what this dude. Nobody is opening up the book and reading about any of its research or any of its findings or anything. And I'm saying this, not that I'm for it or against it. I'm saying literally ain't nobody doing their own research. They're just doing what they hear on the news or what their best friend did. So I'm going to go with what my best friend did because she wouldn't lie to me. And you don't even know she slept with your man 4 years ago at the New Year's Eve party. That's the same friend you taking medical advice from. Do your own research, and you might find out something completely different than what you've been hearing. And everybody that's talking about whether they want to do it or not, every time I ask somebody something about it, they don't know. Well, you know what they saying on the news. You know what they said on the news? Guess what they said on the news? That be their research. That's their research. And oh my God, how many of us, don't lie to me or you can lie to me. Don't lie to yourself. Don't lie to yourself. How many people made some of those critical decisions on what they heard on the news? They never opened a book, never opened a pamphlet, never asked nobody of any substance or profession. They just said, well, you know what they said on the news. I'm saying before you go making a life-altering decision on leaving your job or keeping your job, go read on the reason why you plan on doing it or not doing it in the first place. You'll find out a whole bunch of stuff, man. People need to do that even in their own personal life. You end up getting in bed with somebody you didn't know, this dude like that dude. What he did with you was just, I guess he was drunk, but his that's his main course over there. And you all fall in love with him and you like, I think I want to marry you. He like, yeah, I know. You gotta do more research than that. Don't jump in the bed with nobody after no New Year's party. People been sipping, and now people tripping. They wake up thinking you something when you ain't. Go do your research. Before you say yes, hey, girl, I really am digging Brad. He's something else, ain't he? Your friend gonna be like, yeah, Billy thinks so too. What you mean? Look at them. Look at them how they looking at each other drinking that punch. So what? So they looking at each other drinking punch. Yeah, I know. He drinking rum and coke. He drinking straight vodka. I don't know where he got that Jägermeister. I think he brought that in himself. And these two dudes are drinking punch. And they staring at each other they've been staring at each other for 30 minutes. You ain't figured that out yet. I'm just saying, I'm just letting you know you did your research. Now it's up to you to make a decision how you end this night. I'm just telling you, people don't be doing no research. Then they be like, girl, guess what I found out? You already knew. I told you at the party that night. Told you. So I'm just saying we pretend to be stupid, man. We pretend to be stupid. We ain't stupid. You ain't stupid. But I thought you loved me. Mm-hmm. There was something in that punch. Let me see. Y'all a trip. Yeah, I know. Let me stop. Oh, somebody for only for one night. Right? You thought you was gonna change him. No. I said, bruh. Okay, let's get out of here because we getting off track. We getting off track. Stat. Now y'all got that only for one night in my head. I'm excited to get started. I'm getting my veggie shipment on Saturday. It's from what's the name in there? Marcus. Okay, I'm gonna have to look into that. But we definitely will be doing more. Some people don't like the real talk, but it is what it is. I get it. Let me see. You so welcome. What's your name? My Sharna. Thank you so much. The song from Dreamgirls. I've never seen that movie. I've really never seen Dreamgirls before. What chickens? But we'll talk. Listen, I'm going to talk about chickens on my other channel because I got a big announcement to make coming up. A big announcement, so you might want to watch out. Go over to Lead Farmer 73 channel, and we gonna make a big announcement about the chickens. Yes. Thank you, Sunday Backyard Farmer. Because, man, over here, I want to talk about things, man, we don't talk about, man. I want to talk about reality without being ridiculous. I want to talk about reality without all that conspiracy theory crap. Like family, man. What our families go through. You know one of the biggest problems our families go through is silence. Have you ever noticed? I know we all know somebody like this. Have you ever seen a family that's obnoxiously loud? When you go over their house, your eyes stay like this because they all screaming and yelling. Somebody took something from somebody else. Bedroom, the mama screaming, the daddy telling everybody to shut up. All this. So many people in this house. All you can think is how many rooms is in here? Do y'all all sleep here? Do y'all even all sleep with all this noise? When you go into a family like that, all that loud yelling and fussing, what you just heard was pure love. What you're hearing is nobody in this house is afraid to bite their tongue. That's why when you're in that house with all them loud people, you might be over for dinner because your best friend invited you over to that house for dinner. It might even be your house. Invited you over for dinner and you found out somebody slept with somebody else's husband. Somebody about to get divorced. The mama and the daddy is fighting. Somebody on drugs. And you sitting at the dinner table like this. Now, while the whole family is fighting and arguing, right? And screaming and yelling at each other. They passing the potatoes. And they passing the grits. And they passing the pork chops. But they yelling, kill him. Kill him. Here, give me the gravy. Yeah, man. I'm telling you. How you going to do this to me, John? You never told me. Well, you never asked me. Yeah, give me the biscuits. Yeah. You go over a house like that. If you sit at one dinner, go over for one dinner, you will hear a lifetime full of stuff that every other household. This house is safe. This loud ass house right here that you're over right now, that's the house. They'll be together till death. You're going to see they're going to have a plot of tombstones. They ain't going to be like this one got divorced, so that way in that plot over there, this one is over in Jersey somewhere. No. That's gonna be a whole family plot, and it's gonna be filled with the deceased, because they ain't leaving one another, because they done told each other everything, what they like, what they don't like, what to do, don't do. The ones that end up separated, broke up, beat down, and tore up is the ones that keep secret. And you go over their house, eat dinner, like, can I have some more potatoes? Sure. Can I have some biscuits? Sure you can. Nobody's saying nothing. They say stuff like this. How you like them potatoes? Good, huh? It's out of my garden. Y'all like the potato? Anybody want some gravy? You don't hear no noise. You don't hear no fussing. You don't hear no cussing. That's because everybody sitting around that table got secrets. Everybody. And it's time that we become the family, the old school family, loud, obnoxious, and telling folks what's popping. I'm tired of this secretive shit. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of that, man. This is destroying the fabric of the family structure. It's destroying us. Everybody got a freaking secret. You know what? I don't like when you put your hand there. Man, I can't stand when you lick your fingers like that. Man, if you lick your thumb and pass me another dollar bill, man, I'm gonna make you eat it. Don't lick your fingers, Billy. Don't lick your fingers, man. Don't lick them, man. Peanut, get off the table. Get off that table when you ain't even wiped your butt good. Get off the table. Oh, go in there. Go in there, clean yourself up. When you hear families like that, people don't even realize they thought that was dysfunctional. They thought that was dysfunctional. That family told each other what it is. Stay out of my room. Don't be going in my sock drawer. Daddy will be home at 4. You know, the mailman tried to hit on me. You was at work and the mailman tried to talk to me. Oh yeah? He did he? Which one? I know it couldn't be. I'll take care of it in the morning. Not none of that secret like giving the mailman the old stank eye for the next 12 years. No. Hey, what you say to my wife? Nothing. I just complimented her. What did you say? I complimented her hair. I thought her hair was nice. It ain't what you said, it's how you said it. How did you say it before I make you eat that whole bag of mail? I just said her hair was nice, you know. It was the sun and the... Now him and the mailman is cool. They done talked about it. There ain't a whole bunch of weird stuff. You think your wife cheating with the mailman. He think you gonna kill him, so he withholding mail from you. No, it's all out in the open, man. Sorry, man. I never compliment her again, huh? Time to start getting that stuff out, man. We putting our real life situations like we handling our real life situations like we do on social media. Secret. I'm gonna say a whole bunch of nasty stuff on this channel. He won't know it's me. That's what we doing in real life. We acting like a bunch of punks in real life now. Look, people jumping out of cars in road rage. Road rage. Listen, I don't do a whole bunch of different social media platforms, but when I come across one, I know for sure just here on YouTube alone, how many YouTube shorts are there of people jumping out their car in a road rage situation, thinking they're going to come up to somebody else's car and tell them they cut them off or something, and then get one of them teeth clipped out because you came to the wrong car. Because they're handling the situation like they on social media. Oh, you can't cut me off. You ain't playing Grand Theft Auto. This dude is really going to kill you to death today, right now. You ain't going to be alive in about 2.3 seconds if you don't get back in your car. And ain't no reset button. Get back. Get your goofy ass back in your car, man. Get back in the car. You don't know who in this car? Everybody getting out all strong. And then everybody, that's, you know what, that's social media reacting. That's video game reacting. You ain't thinking in reality, because in reality, you first thing you should have thought, okay, they cut me off, I'm mad. Ugh, I'm about to go wreck something. You run up and look. I can't see nobody through that tinted window. What do that tell you? Who want their windows tinted that dark? People that like to get high, people that's doing crime, people that's up to no good. Everybody don't like they doggone tint on limousine black. No, you riding up in a car like that, you got some thinking to do. What I tell you about planning, we ain't even thinking. Everything, the reactions is social media. Enough of that, man. Mugs getting they doggone stocking stuff because you reacting social medially. That's a new word. Whew. Let me stop. Let's get out of here. Right. I done seen a whole bunch of people get their stocking stuff coming up talking too much. You can't do this, I tell you what. Go on back, get in your car. Back in the car. Yeah. Man, everybody ain't about to listen to that, man. And you better not be running up on none of these kids. It ain't my peers. I'm scared. I'm scared of these kids, man. You run up on one of these kids, you young punk, you going, he'll make you dance like Herbie Hancock. You run up on one of these little Honda Civics that got the little ground effect kits and the lights up on it. You run up on this little kid, man, with all that rah, man. He gonna make you dance like Herbie Hancock with them puppets. Dun 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 dun. Rah! Watch who you going to talk to. These kids, man, these kids been raised on video games, man. They think they don't care about human life, man. I don't mess with these children, man. I don't mess with them. I don't got nothing to say to them. Watch it, old man. You right. I don't talk to these kids, man. They'll take your life just like they will do on Minecraft. They ain't think nothing of it. You ever seen them on the YouTube or the video where they in court? They ain't scared no more. They ain't scared to go to prison. It done got to the point where the judge and them start asking them what they did, and they start explaining it in detail. They ain't even telling them. They ain't even trying to lie no more. They just straight up telling the court, yeah, he was in my space, you know what I'm saying? He was, 1 minute, boom, I was like there, and he was like, and I was like, he was like, ooh, I said, rah, and he was gone, you know what I'm saying? So, I'm innocent, right? No, you're not. You can't be killing people. It's over, man. We too social media-ish. Right, they think jail is a badge of honor. Oh, you gonna get a badge. You gonna get a badge of honor. They gonna give you a badge. Matter of fact, you're gonna be the man of the hour. Everybody's gonna want to shake your hand or want you to shake their hand. If you dig what I'm saying. Everybody gonna want to meet you. You're gonna be the most popular person in the pen. I don't want that kind of congratulations. Yeah, that special handshake, that you in the club now handshake. don't even got no words. I don't got no words for what I just saw. I don't even got no words. I'm gonna let it go, and I'm gonna peace out. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. I don't care who end up being next in that White House. I don't care who going. I don't care who there, who end up there. I just want somebody to fight to get something taken care of for mental health. I don't care about no other laws, rules, whatever. No. We need to start. I just seen something. I ain't lying. It's like I seen a chupacabra. You ever see something and you gotta stare at it for a minute? I know I looked a little crazy, cause I didn't know. I don't think I thought I was having a stroke. You ever seen something so crazy that you almost thought you seen a ghost or something, and you had to tell your brain that ain't no ghost. That's my shadow. But the shadow don't move when you do this. That's how dumb. I promise you, family, if you vote, I'm voting for whoever is about to make it free health care for doggone mental health. All mental health patients, that's where it all begins. All this craziness begins, man. Badness in the world. Mental health needs to be free. People need to be able to go and talk to other people about their problems. People need, because I'm telling you, man, the stuff I see when I'm sitting behind this camera, you see me. You don't see what I see. The stuff I see, man, people, you must be foaming at the mouth. You must be foaming to the corners of your damn mouth. I know don't nobody know quite what I'm talking about. That person do though. You must be foaming at the mouth. Okay. Extended version. Extended version. For everybody that's still in here, remix. Forget everything we was talking about. I'm gonna erase this when I'm done. I was gonna do a video and I am gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it on my Laird Farmer channel too. This is what I'm gonna say. I got this whole video that I was thinking about doing, but then nah. Trojan horse. Trojan horse. You know what a Trojan horse is? If you don't, you should. Okay, the reason why I'm doing this on Laird Farmer channel, and I'm gonna do it at the very end of this one, is because Trojan horse. A Trojan horse, if you go look back at the whole story of the Trojan horse, is how the Trojans got into the castle. It was a fake horse they made out of their old busted up ship. Gifted it to them. They let it into the castle. It was indestructible walls. They couldn't get in no other kind of way. It was impenetrable. They gave him this gift of this horse. And then inside of the damn horse was all the soldiers. Okay. So anyway, moderators. If you're a content creator, and anybody might catch this last couple minutes of this video. If you're a content creator, I'm going to say this and I'm going to say this on my other video. If you're a content creator and you got moderators, you need to understand something. You don't know who you got as your moderator. If you got somebody that's just a letter and they ain't got no channel, no kind of way, you can check their record, you can check their background, you can't check nothing on them, man, why is they your moderator? Because I promise you this, something happened to me a couple months back. I had a couple people erasing. I had a whole bunch of people emailing me like, Led, man, you block me? What's up? No, I ain't blocked nobody. What you talking about? Yeah, I'm blocked. I had to let a whole bunch of people back in that got blocked, right? Even my wife. Even a couple of other moderators. And I had somebody mad at me because they thought I had blocked them. Well, her. I'm going to say her. I didn't block her. Somebody else that don't like her, that I had as a moderator, blocked her. So now she off somewhere talking about me like, oh, you think you already blocking people? I don't even know what you're talking about. I did more research and found out I had a couple of Trojan horses I had as moderators was blocking people. I got somebody in here right now that had got blocked. I had to let her back in. Gained her mom, I let you back in. Remember? I'm telling you, you don't know how this works. Everybody got all these moderators on their channel. Here's the thing about your moderator. You don't know who they like. And YouTube, the way it works now, everybody just making everybody moderators for some reason. But you don't understand. If you don't really know that person, know them. That's why I don't got that many, because I know all my moderators. And I promise you this. Most of my moderators, we talk on the phone. So, if you don't know who your moderator is, and you having some static popping off on your channel, and you don't know what's going on, because for about 2 or 3 months now, I'm like, what the hell is going on? You got a couple of people that's off starting stuff with some other person, and they little crew, and they little gang of people, you sitting here looking stupid. You in the middle of the crossfire like, what the hell is going on? Watch out who you make your moderator, because it might be a Trojan horse. That might be somebody. How's my wife gonna get blocked twice? Twice. My own wife. She like, did you accidentally block me? Oh, what's up? Put her back in, blocked again. I'm telling you, watch out who you make your moderators, because they can be some shit starters. I'm just saying. So I'm going to leave that right there, and I'm going to do a whole video on that. Just a FYI, just like I just did. I ain't pointing no fingers. All I'm saying is that FYI right there. Be careful, because a lot of new content creators, I know you ain't quite sure how this works. But before you go making people your moderators, you better watch, and you better know them. If they just got a little letter, or you go to their channel and there's nothing there, so you can, the reason they do that, because you can't hold them accountable for nothing. Nothing. Because they ain't got no consequences. They don't got nothing to lose. Nothing to lose. So they can come on your channel and tear your channel down, and you don't have, they don't have nothing to lose if it goes south. So that's it. All right. I'm out of here. Man, foaming up the mouth. Live Farmer 73. Everybody have a wonderful, wonderful night. I love you, and good night. Man, it must be crazy, man. It must be crazy. Good night, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with me. Sorry so long, but you know what it is. Thank you, Sunday Backyard Farmer, man. Thank you, bro. I appreciate you. I really do. All right, everybody, I'm out. Woo. Woo.